Good afternoon, governors.
And good morning to our worldwide viewers. This is part 2 of our 8 Imperium KvK coverage.
Let's get you guys up to date with what has been happening overnight in the biggest KvK of Rise of Kingdoms history.
Everyone,
Ladus here.
and M. So this is where we left the map off yesterday.
Yep, so let's have a look at what has changed since then. Now, what you're looking at now is roughly about 24 hours after the pass opened. That's the time period in this screen at the moment. So we logged in few times and did some recording for you guys so that we can do a morning update. Well, morning for Sydney, but rest of you guys maybe
Night or
night
afternoon?
or afternoon. Well, whenever you wake up, all you have to do is check this video so that you know what has happened, so that you don't feel like missing out on anything. So the first action that we are looking at is between 46 and 75. So it does look like 46 has managed to push 75 a little bit further in. Now the time period we're looking at now, this is not a off-peak time for 75. So this is rather a decent time for both of them. So we should be able to see some good action taking place. So we're looking at the second ball now.
Good action. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared as well, as in this kind of tells me that I'm not equipped to play in an Imperium KD, because look at the amount of time they're online. So us normal people can log in and probably fight for say 4 or 5 hours a day at best. But then these guys does look like they're fighting all day. Maybe not the same people, but they have enough people to have 25-hour, I just say 25-hour 24-hour coverage in terms of fighting. So is there anything significant that stands out for you, Em?
Yes, they were playing for 48 actually hours.
Yeah, but this is, the M is right. So they did play for even into the 48 hours, but this is when it's 24 hours. So we got a rally going on in the background. So we got a BIA rally that's from 46 hitting a Zenobia on 75. And look at the field presence, guys. So around the flag, it's all 46. Look at the marches, M.
If I was there and I was in a different alliance, they would have crushed me.
Yeah, probably. So we said 75 does have a Attila Takeda counter rally come in, but guys, this is how powerful 46 is. Attila Takeda instantly swarmed down, so that counter rally kind of didn't do anything.
Instantly swarmed down. They are amazing.
So Attila Takeda is not the easiest counter rally or easiest rally to take down. Just like Pakal Herald, you do take a lot of damage, and you need to have a lot of courage to take that down.
You look like you're excited.
I was gonna say something else, and I then realized you're next to me, so I probably shouldn't end this YouTube as well. But anyways, so that's some solid action taking place, and in 75's defense, 46 is a bit more of a powerful kingdom compared to 75. I'm saying that 46 does look a lot more aggressive and active in terms of their field presence and so on.
Aggressive? That's not good for 75.
Yeah, no. So 75 on the other side still has 56 full blocking them in. 75 actually didn't go on that side anyways. But anyways, so now we're looking at a third ball of fighting. So we do have a 46 flag burning. So again, that goes to show that it's not as one-sided as that previous screen looked like. And there's a big ball of fighting taking place as well. So you have a big presence from 75 there. There's a bit of a presence from 46 as well. So it does look quite fair, maybe a little bit in favor of 75, that ball only.
Yeah, and that ball was littered with guans and XYs.
Yeah, actually, that's a good pickup, good observation, Em. So, you know how you guys ask for open field marches and you kind of wonder what's best and what's not. So just look at the number of guans. There's so many guans. So the three main marches that I see are actually four main marches, I would say. So the most common one that I see is guan. with either Alex or with Leo. And then the second march I see is XY with William. The third one is Saladin William, I would say. And then the fourth one is Ramses or Artemisia. And if you want to put a fifth one there, I would say Attila Takeda. So that's kind of how most of these big players in bigger kingdoms playing. Now, 46 actually has managed to push in 75 a bit more than where we left it yesterday.
It looks like 46 is actually winning this battle.
Yep, and 46 has given up their bottom side to 74. Now we are looking at the fight between 45 and 64. Now this has been an epic battle going back and forth at the moment. So again, guys, this is 24 hours into Pass 4 opening. Yeah.
How do people actually find time to do this?
Well, some of these people doesn't have to go to school like you and doesn't have to do homeworks, and probably doesn't have a crazy wife like mine where I'm kind of whipped quite a bit. But anyways, that being said, these guys are so active. Now look at that ball. Wow. Wow. It looks like it's a big snake moving up.
Or a potion with smoke on top.
Oh yeah, so that's what that's 45. So that's a 45 big river, delta, Nile flowing or something along those lines, or a big anaconda going up to its prey. That's how it looks like.
Anaconda?
Yeah.
Oh no!
So where are they going? They're moving into 64 territory. Now, out of the two kingdoms, now the first thing I would say is I think in our alliance we have a lot of people that follows 64, because often there's the locations that put in alliance chat. So I think our kingdom or our alliance has a lot of 64 supporters saying that I don't think 64 is doing as good as 45. Now 45 being a younger kingdom, well actually that's nothing. Younger kingdom doesn't mean much anything nowadays anyways, because after you do one or two season of conquest, you're pretty much on par, and with migration and everything. So anyways, looking back at the battle, look at that. 45 is pushing 64 quite a bit, but 64 by no means is getting rolled over. There's a big presence from 64 in few areas as well. Now this is not one of those areas, so in this area it does look like 64 will not be able to hold it, because I see a lot more 45 here. Yeah, so that's a Zenobia taking a rally from XY Chandra. Now XY Chandra or Xiang Chandra has been producing some amazing reports, especially when they're not swarmed down, but they have been getting swarmed down. So it's not a single rally, it's a double rally. So we got a Gilgamesh rallying as well. Now I can see a counter rally come in. What is that counter rally? That's a 64 counter rally. That's a Attila Takeda, I want to say. Yeah, I think that's Attila Takeda. It's hard to see with everything going on. Now guys, on the top right hand corner we did keep the map, and the reason why we kept the map is so that you can kind of refer to what the fighting is about, who is fighting who, and so on. So the flag did get burned. No wonder. So 64, as much as they are fighting valiantly, I would have to say 45 has a bit more presence. So every single ball that we looked at, or every single river of troops that we looked at, it's more powerful on the 45 side. Now we do see 64 rallying a city in the background, and it's Attila Takeda rally on a city, or yeah, city. So that's a YSS. I can't see the secondary. Oh, we can't see the secondary, remember?
Oh yeah, we can't see the secondary of other cities.
Yeah, we can probably tell from animation. Now I would say that's a Charles, because I see the Charles animation.
The Charles animation?
Yeah, those shields. So it's a secondary Charles probably. So that's City Bubble. So it wasn't offline, and it was throwing emojis as well. So I don't know what was the point of that rally, but anyways, it's always fun to look at city rallies. Now,
Yeah.
speaking of city rallies, we
have loads of other videos, so please like them.
Yeah, so please definitely have a look, and
don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button
so that you can see more of them. Now, back to KvK coverage. So we do see more 64 flags burning. 64 does not have as much field presence as 45, even though over here we just saw quite a few 64 players, but they're burning or about to burn a farm alliance RCF, so that's not that big a deal.
Looks like 64 is in a tough place right now.
64 is in a tough place. I don't think 64 has it, saying that how much they can drain 45 does play a bit of a role. Now we are looking at the bunny side now. So this is 54 versus 93, so towards the right hand side. And ooh, that's a lot of TR here. So that's a lot of TR. TR is the bunny alliance itself. And then we got some LV coming from the top right hand corner as well. That's 54 as well. All of them are slamming into 93.
Ooh, does that mean the bunnies are hopping on 93?
Yeah, this is not a hopping bunny. This is more of a stomping bunny. So, by the way, we did talk to Bunny the other day, and we did request whether he can come in and do an interview with us for our channel. Now, Bunny did say that he will think about it. Now, if you guys want to see a Bunny interview, then please leave comments saying that you want to see that, and then I can send it to Bunny and say, well, public demands.
And subscribe.
Yep, so that you don't miss the video when we eventually get to do that interview. So maybe after the KvK, because nowadays everyone's focused on KvK. So it does look like at that stage 54 had it covered, and at the top 75 hasn't tried to come out at all on the 55 side, 56 side, and 56 got it. So now this is at the time of recording after I would say 36 hours of pass opening, and let's have a look whether the situation changed a bit, and also let's have a look whether people are still fighting. Oh my god,
I'm like their fighting is way like 10 times more than us.
Well, probably yes, probably 10 times more than every other kingdom, because after pass opening usually you'll see that the fighting lasts for about a day at best. Within a day you get a clear winner. Now in this case I personally think we do have clear winners for each zone though, but then on the map it's not that obvious yet. So say for example between 46 and 75 it is probably quite clear that 46 has that zone, but then it doesn't mean 75 has stopped fighting. They're still fighting 36 hours into the pass opening. So 36 hours into it, we see another rally. That's a Pakal Herald.
I mean, like, how are they still doing it?
Well, they have the time, they have the speed ups, they have the troops, and most importantly, they have the will. Now we see, and by will, I mean, I don't mean William, I mean will as in they want to. So you just saw a unsuccessful whip rally into a 75, 46 rally into a 75 flag. And at the same time you do see quite a few 75 flags burning. Their territory does look like has been reduced a little bit more within the last 12 hours, but the field presence is still somewhat there. It's not as intense as day one, but then there is still somewhat fighting going on. Now today you have part of the MG where you still can get points for kills and such, and a lot of people are working towards that 30 million. Most of the people in the Imperium Kingdoms does want to get that done within day 1 or 2 of fighting starting, and then whatever they get after that is bonus. So the intensity is a lot higher than what it normally is, but I think I suspect that on Sunday this intensity will down down a bit. Now you got a bit more of a fighting going on there. There's a lot of 75 presence there from SW, but then you have Ash and what's that other alliance from 46 there as well. Now, the other good thing about this battle that we are looking at is this is a good way to compare two kingdoms, because the way the fighting is taking place, none of the situations are a 2v1. Every single situation is a 1v1. So it's one kingdom versus another kingdom. So there's not many external factors contributing too much. So 46 solidly in control of that zone, and then now we are looking at the 45 versus 64 situation again. So this is 36 hours after the pass opening again, and we do see a lot more 64 flags burning. There is a bit of a presence from 64 here and there. When I say here and there, it's still much bigger than any usual KDs, but then 45 has a much bigger presence. So they're not only burning the flags, they have troops all over the place so that no one can teleport, and they're a lot more in control.
Speaking of 64, do you think 45 and 54 is gonna attack 64 at the same time?
Well, no, well, eventually, yes. Not at this stage though, because how the passes work, 45 and 54 has 64 blocked in from two sides. So 64 is going to be packed up within their starting zone for a while. That's what I suspect. But saying that, it's not over for 64 yet. 64 does have quite a bit of a presence all over the map. So even though it looks like 45 is winning, it's coming at a big cost to 45. And this is where 64 is being a team player and draining 45 as much as possible, so that 45 doesn't play a bigger role when they move on to future stages. And at the same time, 64 is making sure that if they can delay as much as possible and weaken 45, they have a better chance of one of their allies coming in and rescuing them. And when I say an ally, it's probably not going to come from the left hand side, it probably will come from the right hand side, from 56 and 93. Now, speaking of 54 and 93 fighting on the right hand side, 54 actually is burning pretty much everything 93 has. Now, yet in yesterday's video, you guys saw that 93 had quite a few forts, and some of those forts are going down as well. Now, from a 93 point of view, strategically, probably they will prefer to again make this stand last as long as possible, so that 56 can join in the fight through the next zone and the next passes and so on. And then 54 at the same time is not going all out to destroy 93. I think 54 is keeping quite a bit in the tank for the future fights as well. So we do see a lot of progress, but not necessarily a all out progress. So look at that ball there. That's a massive ball. If we zoom out, then you can get to see the numbers. So that's how much 93 has, and that's how much 54 has. That's a big difference there.
They all have strategies though.
Well, yes. So 93, rather than taking 54 in one-on-one big balls, is trying to play defensive and kind of occupy the top area to have more of a play at the next zone.
It looks like 56 has full control of this top.
Yep. So this is how the map looks like. So look at the size of the arrows again, guys, red and blue, and you can tell who has what.
That's it for today, but if you want to see more of these videos, please like and subscribe.